Many of you may already know that in the recent ERLC update, the developers gave us the ability to upload custom liveries to job vehicles. Everything from the mail van to the dump truck can be customized to your liking. So the first one, and honestly quite a few, are on the mail job using the large mail van, since it's the perfect sort of truck, I suppose, to use. The first one we'll be taking a look at is this Renske rental truck, made by Blue Kitty. They've actually given the option for two different color variants, yellow and white, as seen in these two images. Though I ended up opting for the yellow variant in this video since I just love it so much. A really nice design. I love the color scheme on this thing. I think it works out perfectly. You'll see a lot of notifications floating around my screen as we're on the mail job. Unfortunately, you can't disable those, so you just need to ignore them. But I do love the details on this, and it does say down here that's part of the US Department of Transportation, and then it has the vehicle's serial number. If anyone knows why this vehicle would be registered under the Department of Transportation, do let me know, because I honestly don't know much about how that works, I suppose. A lovely truck, and I'll have all these codes in the description if you'd like to use them. The next vehicle is yet another mail van, also made by the same creator, Blue Kitty. Honestly, it's a very simple livery. Apart from the logo, the text, and this one stripe on the side, that's pretty much it for the entire vehicle. But I think it's a very recognizable truck. So I think it does work very nicely, and you know what it is, I suppose. That is pretty much it, but I think they've done a great job on replicating the real-life UPS trucks. We've changed teams and are here on the construction job. So this is a United Rentals dump truck, essentially. So credit to Yo-Yo Ghostbuster for creating this. But yeah, yet another US DOT code, I suppose, on the side of the truck. Very curious as to what that means. Maybe it's just a registered vehicle. I'm not entirely sure. Yet again, quite a simple livery, but not much you can do with a dump truck, in all honesty. You can see some issues with the template, or with the uploading of the template, I suppose. There's some blue glitching through on the windshield, and it also looks to be a different color to the base of the cab. Overall, it's a pretty solid livery, and I suppose that you could do some nice role plays with this. Bring it around to your house whilst you do some construction, or maybe even down to the city whilst your team is working on a new building. The next livery we'll be showing is on the forklift, and you may also wonder why we're in the customization carriage. Well, unfortunately, this livery can't be spawned since it's using real-life company names, which goes against the PRC terms and conditions. Made by JFG 503, this is the Aston Martin Racing forklift. And wow, do I love this. They've done a great job on getting not only all of the advertisers on there, but also the overall color and design. They've got the carbon fiber on the bottom, and then you've got the green and yellow stripe on the top. It does an absolutely amazing job at replicating, I suppose, what their car looks like in Formula 1 even. If they had an Aston Martin forklift, I'm pretty sure it looked something like this. Absolutely incredible job, and such a shame that it didn't get past PRC moderation. I would have loved to drive this thing around. And whilst we're in the livery editor, I may as well show you the other vehicle that didn't pass through PRC moderation. This is the Tedex van made by Joa 1P. I'm not entirely sure why this didn't get past moderation. It does have a fake URL on the side, but that should be fine, and everything else is, I suppose it's real branding, but it's remade into a fake company. Either way, hopefully they can get this fixed, as I would love to see this driving around roleplay servers. I can definitely see this being very useful. Lovely details as well. I think it's a really clean livery all in all. The last vehicle we'll be reviewing today that is on the mail van is this, Birds Aren't Real, created by Destination Mike. Wow, not only is there a lot of information on this, but it is some interesting truck, I tell you this. So birds apparently charge on power lines. We have a diagram of a bird here. So apparently their eyes are cameras, they have a microphone inbuilt to them, a speaker, CPU, battery. They charge via their feet, of course, because birds charge on power lines. It all makes sense now. Every bird is a government surveillance drone. Pigeons are liars. But wow, this van truly does give you a lot of information. I can see this creating some pretty funny roleplay scenarios. If you had some people turn up to a city building and surround them with these vans, protesting that birds aren't real, that could be pretty funny. But yeah, I think they've done a great job with this vehicle. Created by a good friend, some random dude, this is the Beast, otherwise known as the Presidential Limousine. You may ask, well, what's the difference? It looks exactly like the normal limousine. Well, I tell you this, it's all because of this one small badge on the side of the vehicle, the presidential stamp. That little logo on the side turns this into one of the most armored and protected vehicles in the world, also one of the most important vehicles as well. As SRD said, this has multiple defense features to protect the president, such as sealing against chemical attacks, run flat tires, night vision devices, smoke screens, and exterior walls that are 200mm thick. So yeah, trust me when I say this, you are not getting anywhere near the president. And last but definitely not least is the NYC Taxi on the 2003 Crown Victoria, created by Tedex. The design is pretty much identical to the default one, but of course it's branded for the NYC Taxi. And it looks great. Done a great job on replicating the real life version, perfect for transporting people around in New York servers, which there seems to be quite a few these days. I like the design, and the check-in pattern on the back always works well. Thank you very much everyone for watching this video, and of course credits to all the designers who have created these liveries. I'm sure there will be many more uploaded in the future over the coming few weeks, but it's just interesting to take a look at what people have been creating so far over the last few days since the update released. As always, subscribe to this channel to keep up to date with all the roleplay content, and all the liveries can be found in the description if you'd like to check them out in your own server.